In the glittering, peaceful utopia of 30th century Crystal Tokyo, a small figure often stood alone, dwarfed by the magnificent crystal spires. This was Princess Small Lady Serenity, affectionately known as Chibiusa. Despite being the daughter of the beloved Neo-Queen Serenity and King Endymion, she felt like a ghost in her own home. She was a child who never seemed to age, mocked by her peers and overshadowed by the legendary legacy of her mother. A profound loneliness settled in her heart, a feeling of being unseen and unloved. It was this deep-seated insecurity that led her to a desperate act. Convinced that possessing her mother's source of power, the silver crystal, would finally make her strong and respected, she stole it and inadvertently caused a catastrophic chain of events that sent her spiraling through time. Fleeing into the 20th century, Chibiusa landed in the care of her own mother's younger self, Usagi Tsukino, but her troubles had followed her. The malevolent entity known as Wiseman, leader of the Black Moon clan, saw the perfect pawn in this lost and vulnerable child. He began to stalk her through her dreams, preying on her deepest fears and insecurities. Wiseman skillfully twisted her memories, transforming moments of parental concern into scenes of abandonment and neglect. He whispered poisonous words into her ear, convincing her that she was a burden, that no one truly loved her, and that her very existence was a mistake. He offered a seductive alternative, a world where she would have all the power, all the attention, and all the affection she so desperately craved. He promised to make her a true lady, someone no one could ever ignore again. Broken and lost in a labyrinth of manipulated memories and overwhelming despair, Chibiusa finally succumbed. In a blinding flash of dark energy, the small pink-haired child was gone. In her place stood a breathtakingly beautiful and menacing woman, draped in black, her pink hair now cascading to the floor. She was Black Lady, the wicked queen of Nemesis. With a cruel smile, she confronted the Sailor Guardians, her former protectors. She claimed the hypnotized Tuxedo Mask, her own father, as her lover, a twisted fulfillment of her childhood crush. Fueled by a lifetime of repressed resentment and sorrow, she unleashed a formidable dark power, a terrifying force born from the broken heart of a lonely little girl who just wanted to be loved. Yet, as Black Lady reveled in her newfound power, one person saw past the villainous facade. Sailor Moon, her own mother, looked into the cold, crimson eyes of her adversary and saw the tear-stained face of her lost child crying out for help. Ignoring the danger, Sailor Moon risked everything to break through the darkness. She called out to Chibiusa, reminding her of the genuine love and happy memories they shared, memories Wiseman had tried so hard to erase. Combining her own power with the legendary silver crystal, a mother's unwavering love became a beacon of light. The dark spell shattered, and the malevolent energy dissipated. Black Lady cried out as she transformed back into the small, vulnerable Chibiusa, finally awakening to the truth. In that moment of reconciliation and acceptance, her own pure power was unlocked, and she was reborn not as a villain, but as a hero in her own right, Sailor Chibi Moon.